Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we're entering the Nightmare Factory, known as Tainted Jacob Greedier mode. I have done many a practice run of this today, and failed all of them, so we're gonna see if maybe a non-practice run is simply the way to do this. There is some health here, so that's nice. That's a battery and a coin. We'll just check out the curse room since there's a health up waiting for me anyway. And by the time we've done all that, I'm assuming a sow will have spawned. We found some spiders, so you could arguably call that a start. It isn't, but we could. So, yeah, this is one I'm not exactly looking forward to. It's a little bit tricky with me just having inadequate practice with this, I would say. But hopefully we can make this work. Mostly I just want Isao to run into enemies like that without me having to launch him in there. Get rid of champions as quickly as I can because they are troublesome if you don't use Isao to deal with them. And hopefully we're just not going to accidentally run into them. And that is going to be our day. So far it doesn't seem too bad, but I've genuinely died in every single part of Greedier mode with this character so far, so I'm not gonna celebrate until the run is over. Because it can, of course, as per usual, just like with his regular runs, just sort of end, and it's just not great. Let's kill that champion like that. Unfortunately, there's still a champion alive. We're not getting overly overwhelmed so far, so that's good, but there is a bunch of enemies alive in the bottom right now, and that worries me slightly. That got rid of a lot of stuff right there, though, so that is actually looking pretty good. There's only 2 enemies alive. Most of them just insta-died, so that's nice. And that's a bunch of explosions that'll deal with all of that. And before you know it, we're doing okay. We're almost at the boss sequence. We can get ourselves a key, so that's nice. We could also buy the meat. But I'm not sure if I want the meat or the car battery, because the car battery is nice to have most days. So, yeah, hopefully, I don't know. We'll see if we get some coins. This means we can destroy the shopkeepers without needing bombs. So that might actually lead to some extra funds right there. It might lead to a Steam sale as well, but admittedly, the odds of that are not huge. But they're there. They exist. It does require me to shoot them for a while, but we might be able to get some good stuff out of it. That's Monstro, which is fine because he dies instantly pretty much to Isao there. And the second boss is that one, who mostly dies to Isao there, so not too bad of a start for sure. I'm not going to get a soul heart from this, unfortunately. We have 21 coins, so 15 plus 7 is 22. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that's how numbers work, but it is the unfortunate truth about the whole situation. So we're just going to deal with this for a while. I will go for angel rooms, I'm thinking, and hope that that is going to work out, even though you can, of course, use that lost form of Isao to get devil deals. I want to play this as safe as possible with the hearts that we have. I really don't want to take damage if we can avoid it. And hopefully that is exactly what's going to happen. We are missing 1 coin. There is 1 coin here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Okay, then that might actually be okay then. I will then just get both, because that is just lovely. It's a little bit of a damage up, but mostly it's a health up. And also, car battery. Car battery, of course, requires an active item to be anything, but it can become things at least, so it's looking alright. We get tier 8 from this room right here, so that's nice, and a trinket as well, which can lead to some good things as well. That is 2 shopkeepers that I will happily destroy. One of them dropped money, which is enough to buy a key. We're probably not going to keep that bone heart, unfortunately, but that's fine. Never mind, we may have a chance rather. And the bean, which honestly is not too terrible in this mode, just because you do get a lot of use out of it. And with the flames, actually, that is a guaranteed flame. Jeez, okay. Occasionally you get a bunch of bomb spawns in a row. But yeah, I believe the flame spawns in the opposite direction of where you're walking. So as long as I'm just walking away from an enemy, then that is fine. That'll get rid of most things, honestly, but also, car battery with the chains is kind of good. Because it gets... Enemies will... At least one enemy will get chained along with a sow. The downside is that if I press the release button, which is the same button, it either releases the sow or the enemy. And I don't think I have a way to control that. So we gotta kind of work our way around that, unfortunately. But other than that, like that stuff right there. It's a little annoying, but you do have to release it manually, I feel, because otherwise you're gonna get into nasty situations that you don't want to be in. So I would like to avoid it. Unfortunately, forgot about the whole controlling the flame, but it is the red flames at the end of the day, which do stay in place. So fortunately, the boss decided to just hang around there and not cause problems. There we go. So pretty much dealing with everyone there, so that worked out about as well as it can. If we can get a Sacred Heart, please. No, but a lot of health regardless. And the soul does offer some extra protection from tears as well. It also gives 2 more soul hearts. So all in all, that's fine. As far as runs go, that's pretty good. That's a golden penny right there. Can't really complain about that either. I could buy a heart to heal up that bone heart, but I feel like that's definitely not going to be necessary. Because often item rooms will just have a red heart inside them or something like that, so I'm just going to leave that alone. We shall just move on to the next floor and hope that we get something good here. There wasn't really anything for sale there. I didn't want to re-roll anything. I'd rather just move on. Arguably, yeah, there you go. It might be better to just start the wave immediately. So we spend as little time with this as possible, and that is just a nice little safety net there. We can create a bunch of flames with the tools that we currently have, so that's actually really nice. Plus the poison effect is, of course, still a force to be reckoned with at the end of the day. It does deal a decent chunk of damage, but mostly I just want to be attacking with those flames if I can do that. Unfortunately, the champion hit me there. The upside of Esau is that he can deal with champions very well. The downside is everything else about it. Especially if he can just do that. If I just double tap that release button, then obviously that's pretty great as well. God, the bean with the flames is actually so powerful. Because you end up getting so many flames because of it. Yes, very good. We lost our golden heart there a second ago to that champion, I believe. But we did end up getting some money out of that as well. Took damage there, surprising. Because usually... I guess I was just a little bit too slow there, but oftentimes you do have plenty of time to not worry too much about stuff. I'm just gonna start the boss fight as well, just because there is a bunch of flames on the floor. I think most of them disappeared, unfortunately, but fair enough. Not loving these enemies here. They are being tricksy. They're shooting triple shots, I do believe, as well. There we go. I kind of want to get rid of Haunt there, because Haunt concerns me. More than that poop that seems to be stuck in a wall. So we're just gonna leave that one alone. No, unfortunately got free. That is a sad time indeed. I like it when he's stuck in rock. It's a good time when boss is stuck in rock. There we go. I could just tap it once, but then I have to really hurry up with aiming it a second time, and I just don't love that. Need to also get myself not stuck in between the enemies and Esau, because that will make sure that I mean, I'm going to try to steer towards the enemies when that does happen, but obviously I'd rather just avoid the damage entirely. Also kind of wish I had a bomb on the previous floor so we could fight the angel, but didn't. So fair enough. If I just do this, and then do that, that'll work. That's at least something. Just gonna set you on fire and poison and all that. A lot of tears in this room right now, which I'm not loving. This is a nasty combination of enemies. There we go. God, look at this nonsense right here. Now they're right next to each other. This is rough. This is a rough boss. I'd actually kind of love a 9-volt battery with this build as well, but we'll see what we can get ultimately. Yeah, this is really nasty. to be a little careful here. There we go. We got one of them. One of them's dead. And Isao is sort of nudging the other one a bit. God, what a mess. Okay. Did not love that. Soul of Bethany and Awaz. Alright. Soul of Bethany I'll use, and Awaz I'm going to take with me. I had one instance playing this character where I kind of got into a weird situation where... how do I explain this? I killed all the enemies in a wave, but for some reason the thing wasn't going to the next wave. It was just sort of stuck. And after I killed basically... I had basically all the waves killed. That's fine. But, yeah, it just never said that I cleared anything. So in the end, I had to just redo everything. Because it never counted wave 1 to actually be completed. And it was just a big mess. So, yeah, not great. I would like to avoid that. I really shouldn't be doing... perks, though. I'm gonna keep perks. I know what I just did a whole story about why I like the other one, but perks is just really nice at the end of the day. So we're just gonna go with that. 15 coins for that. It's a little expensive, but I don't hate the extra tier 8, and I might actually just... I don't really want to max it. I'd rather just get one more kind of okay item instead. 3 more coins put in here, I think. 2... Sanguine Bond. There it is. It's our brand new item. I'm just going to go to the next floor and see if we can get something there instead, because this is not an overly impressive amount of things. Perks is just really nice because it gives you that wafer effect for one room, and since we're mostly in one room all the time anyway, it's really nice, but against Ultra Greed, that's just a really powerful thing to have, so I'm rather happy with that. That's at least some extra damage for an eye, which I guess is fine. That's a bunch of health, which is not too bad. Wow, that's a lot of money. I'll take it, I suppose. Don't mind it. I did just reroll all the health. Well, fair enough. Don't really care about any of this. I mean, the syringe is kind of okay, especially with that, but no, well. Alright. We got the speed up aura, which is not the one I would have asked for, but it's the one we got. Oh, he actually gets both sets of chains stuck on him when I use it on just him now. That's interesting. I guess it'll probably just keep him in place for longer, but... yeah, fair enough. I'm probably not going to mess around with that too much. Mostly just want to try to avoid using Isao right now, because it's just a little bit too much work to focus on all these things at the same time. We're just going to try and hang out here and live for a while. And just try to avoid him as much as we can, which is usually probably what causes me to die, that I actively try not to use him. But it is a strat that we're going to go with. Because otherwise, it's too many things that I have to try and keep in mind at the same time. I am using him on occasion, at least, but I don't know how long he stays in place once he's got 2 sets of chains on him. I assume it's like twice the amount of time, but I'm genuinely not 100% sure. And it scares me, so I'd rather just have him be reliable. Right, use it instantly again there. Very nice. At least we managed to kill one of them with that, so that's pretty good. A lot of explosions going on here. Monstro 2. We got the shield. Very nice. The Virgo shield. We're just going to run into everyone here with that singular Bethany flame that we still had. Whoop. There we go. That was a really powerful shield. I do not mind that at all. We did lose our aura, so I'd have to re-enter the room to get that back. We got the damage aura that time. So the moment we take damage, we lose that aura until we leave the room. And the damage aura is obviously just a really nice thing to have, and we instantly lost it because bloat was at the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen. So that's just a really good time for everyone involved. Also lost that... yeah, I lost a bunch there, but we still have that Bethany flame, surprisingly enough, so I'm just going to use that as much as I can. Yeah, that was a rough one. Did not care for that. Knife. I don't love the knife against Ultra Greed is the thing. It's tricky to use, and I don't really want to spend all that health on it either, so I think I'm just going to leave that. Against, arguably, some of my better judgment, but fair enough. I'd love some more health, actually. And I'd love to stop getting tier 8, since it's the only thing that's showing up here. I mean, it wasn't tier 8, but unfortunately there's not much else going on here. We do need one more key, so that's fine, I suppose. Don't really need to reroll because we're out of things. We're just gonna go. I cannot take those without bombs because the spikes will kill me as a ghost, so what I can do actually is get that pill. Just run into you. Take this, take this. Please don't kill me. Well, yeah, fair enough. Let's just leave. We made an attempt. With perks, I'm still not like super concerned about my health situation, but it's not exactly looking at the top 3 builds of all time. I'm not... Oh, that's a big speed down. Like, we have a deceptive amount of speed right now because of the aura, which I'm not loving. We do not have maxed speed all the times, only when the aura is active, so we do need to be a little careful with that. Let's just start a wave here. These waves are pretty quick, fortunately, so we get a lot of uses from the beam, which does, of course, end up being rather useful. I don't know where Asao was, but I made him go away. He's over there now. He is zapping all over the place. That's fine. The flames are taking care of most of the danger here. And some kind of death effect happened. I think it was a champion or something. And it cleared out a whole bunch of nastiness, so that is pretty neat. We're getting through it. We are running out of waves at least, so that's good. This is fine. We do still have the soul, need to remember that. That's a pretty powerful bit of defense we got going on. Yep. Oh god, it's so tricky. At least these enemies don't move regardless, but really don't want to run into Asao now. I hate these enemies so much as well. Is the unfortunate thing. There's death, great. That's even more danger. But fortunately death got insta-destroyed by the other boss in the room. And now we have a shield. So that makes that a little bit more palatable. Let's just quickly start this next wave while we still have a shield. That did not last for very long, unfortunately. Okay, yep. We might die here at this rate. Unless we clear this very quickly. Alright, and we are. The flames in the corners of the room actually took care of a lot of the enemies there, and we're only getting devil deals with that 50% chance of angel rooms. I forget how good this actually is, you know? Vengeful Spirit. I don't think I've ever actually used it before. Is this gonna be the day? It lasts for the entire floor, it says. I don't know if it breaks, though. We'll just try it. It unfortunately is a little worrying regarding our health situation, but it'll have to do. I'm gonna put some coins in there. What is this? Ace of Diamonds. God, that's a really rough one. I don't really want to get rid of perks is the thing. I might get Thunder Thighs, you know, it's a pretty significant speed down, but I really do need the health at this point, I think. It's not a great decision to make here, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's such a big speed down. We can also destroy the rocks now, so that's kind of good, I guess. There's not really that many rocks where I'd like to destroy them. Can I destroy these without taking damage? I can, yeah. So at least that's some bombs. And I'm pretty sure it's not like super reliable that you destroy them without taking damage either, so I'd rather not do it too much. Please reroll quicker. I mean, we're not gonna get any more. This is effectively just like 2 soul hearts. Or 1 soul heart, rather. It's half a soul heart on the next floor and 1.5 a soul heart on the next and the floor after that as well. This is just a red heart container. Red heart containers are pretty valuable right now, given my health. Let's just buy this, use it. It got rid of perks, right? That's how that works. Oh well. Yeah, that's my B. Also the sci-fly was there and I genuinely didn't notice it in time. So, let's see if there's some money here. There might be. There is some sacks, there's a bomb, a key. We have enough bombs to look for the secret room at least, if we wanted to do that. I don't think it can be here, but I'm trying it anyway. I don't really have a use for bombs other than looking for secret rooms, since we can destroy the shopkeepers without using bombs. Worst case scenario is that it's in the curse room, and it is. Of course it is. I'm gonna do it. Watch me not do it. My speed went real high because of my aura. Yeah, there you go. Well, we did get a bunch of keys, so that's at least, it's 3 more coins. Which is not quite enough to do what we want. It's a luck up, which you could argue is good. We might get a soul heart from this? No, just troll bombs. Come on. I kind of want to experiment with this. Like, how long are you actually chained like this? Because I assume it's twice as long. I think that's a fair assumption, given what's happening there. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go for this, and I hope it works out. We don't technically need twice as much health for the things that we're gonna do, which is what perks would have given us. We did get some extra health from it ultimately, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. It's just a little worrying. I would like that syringe actually. Could have just used the bean actually to destroy those shopkeepers, but oh well. It's okay. That soul heart's gonna stay there. Our damage and tear rate right now is... my tear rate's boosted by my aura, which is why that's ridiculous right now. I probably shouldn't even bother with the envy here, but I did it anyway. As long as I keep moving, I should be safe from Isao in most days. And it'll probably accidentally kill some enemies here and there. Ran into an enemy, so we have a little flame. I want to say that actually does stay for a while at least, maybe forever. Because otherwise I feel like it would have been destroyed. And if we can combine that with the Virgo shield, that will actually destroy most things, I would say. If I don't die myself, of course, that is a given, but I feel like I need to repeat it every now and then for myself, if anything. Do these things deal damage? No. Okay, they just shoot. That's not great then. Oh well. It's at least some extra tears that we're shooting, so that's probably at least something. And we're just gonna circle around these enemies for a while. I don't know what I want. I'd love another angel room, but that we're not gonna get that because we took a devil deal to get these flames. So yeah, fair enough on that front, I suppose. I tried to release him, but he has 2 sets of chains, and they require 2 button presses to release both. God, that's actually very irritating. Fair enough, I suppose. What a boss as well. Some of the slowest bosses in the game here to actually kill. Fortunately, one of them just ran into a bunch of flames there, but this long-legged bastard here is just being an absolute bastard. Please die. There we go. Alright, one more. This is a fine wave. This is one of the easier ones for sure, especially with this character. Since we don't have to worry about basically all of it. It's just a very big room, so there's not much going on there. Yeah, that's effectively nothing. If we can get some health in here, that'll be lovely. I love the syringe. I don't really need it. Oh, there's no no reroll machine here. So, since I also just bought that thing, we could risk it by buying pills. There might be a perks pill still waiting for us. All our pills are going to be good regardless, so it's kind of worthwhile to at least try to get pills. Let's just destroy all these as well. We could do one attempt at finding our secret room, but it might just be next to the starting room there, so I'm actually just going to blow these up instead and see if that works out. Yeah. I'm going to try... I'm going to try pills. Tears up. Pretty fly. I guess I'll take another one. And then an unidentified pill that we can't afford. That's fine. We could look for a crawl space, I guess. But other than that, let's just take this and hope this works out. This is a bit of a mess. It's not a great build. I am missing one red heart. Let's actually buy a red heart with the remaining coins that we have. And yeah, we'll see if this works. We do at least, we're able to clear the greed at the start, or whichever boss is going to be here, with what we have, so that's at least something. Use the bean instantly. We don't actually have, yeah, we don't actually have a way to deal with using the bean more than once, so that's a shame. And I'm just going to run in here immediately, so we have some time without a sour there. Not sure if it's the right call, but it's the call that I've made. I cannot believe it actually just hit spiders. That's sort of unbelievable. We got a shield, I can barely use it. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a rough one. I don't know if this is going to win, but we'll do our best here. See whatever happens. This owl is probably, hopefully, going to help out here at least a little bit. That nearly killed me. We're creating a bunch of red protective fires, so that's good. And we're getting a decent amount of money, so if we can actually spend it. Would ultimately not be too much in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, it's something. And if I just do that a whole bunch, we might be able to get away with some more than we ordinarily would, at least, so that's something. But there need to be no enemies on screen, which is a little tricky to do in my current situation. So let's just hope this works out. More keys. I need to probably actually deal with these. They're a little bit more than I can deal with when there's a whole bunch of them. I didn't really destroy any of the keys. I damaged a bunch of them. And then never actually killed any of them there, really. No concerns. I'm just gonna be chill here. I've used up the bean. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Ooh, I think a fly or something protected me there. One of the flames. Yep, got too close. He did the spin attack and hit me from a mile away because that hitbox is terrible. I actually genuinely don't like that attack at all. It's so stupid. Because it hits from just nonsensical distances. I just don't like it. I'm desperately trying to get all the enemies in the room killed, and it is just impossible. There we go. Nice to get some damage in there for once at least, but he's just summoning coins dropping from the floor every time. Please let me have a good time for just a second here. If only for a moment, you know. I'd love to at least reach the second phase. That'll be like a good milestone, I feel. Get out of my sight, so. There we go. This is not a great situation. Great, yep. And that's why it's just really cool that you can't control which one you free first. It's just really neato. I'm hoping that he just dies and then goes to the next phase so I can be done with this nightmare. There we go. Now we're getting to nightmare part 2. Right, I should not have done that. That was my bad. Can't actually damage him until he's done with that animation. Yep, got hit by something there. Genuinely don't even know what. was just my bad. Hoping to get as much damage in here as possible. And then just leave again and wait for it to recharge. 9-volt battery would have been so good for this, actually. Stop this nonsense. And he jumps away there. That's really unfortunate, but we got some damage in, so that's at least something. Just gonna keep trying this. There we go. Oh god, that was a big mess. Didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. Too many things to focus on. He's doing a tier attack there, I think. Nope, no he wasn't. Misread that situation. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's not good. That's not good, yep. Come on. Die. Not over yet. I want to see the unlock. There it is. God, I hated all of that. I hated every single second of that, and we're gonna leave. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Everything's great. We're all gravy. That... God, I never want to do that again. But we did it. And we did it in one attempt, which, you know what? I'll take that. Given how every practice run just sort of died today. Doing this on screen, actually, the first attempt with a big old mess of a build that I kind of ruined by destroying perks as well. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't mind that. That's, oh, God. That is Greedier mode completed. We never have to do that mode again. For this expansion, at least. And I'm okay with that. Good God, that was actually one of the more stressful runs. We only have one thing left to do as Tainted Jacob, and that's the chest now. But, oh God, I never want to do that again. That's just so much. It's actually so much to like keep track of all the time. And, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on that front. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run, not Greedier mode, with another character. And I hope to see you all there. Bye-bye.